This is the Moshpit Backstage podcast for punk, metal and rock interviews and segments.
Mannequin Death Squad. Guys, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Sorry, this is how rusty I am. I don't actually have your mics on because I'm really good at radio.
Practice.
Yeah. All right, guys, how are you?
Yeah, we're good. We just gave ourselves a quick tour of RMIT.
Yeah, we're pretty puffed out.
You always got to catch the tour for an in-studio
running around
interview.
the place trying to find the studio.
Get the heart rate up. It's great.
Dan was real chill. I was like running through Taken.
So for the people at home, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Dan. I play guitar, drums and sing.
And I'm Al. I also play guitar, drums and sing.
Yeah, no, so straight off the bat, that's an interesting thing. So we had Dankenstein in. They mentioned that they switched the drummers up, but you guys switched basically the whole band up.
Yeah, I mean we are only two people, so it's not like five people swapping.
We kind of fought over what instruments we're going to play in the beginning, and we're trying to
because I'm a drummer, and then he wanted to learn drums and learnt drums, and he's smashing it more than me now. And then we both play guitar, so we were like, why don't we just do both and swap, I guess. A lot of bands. Some bands are doing it nowadays. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like Dankenstein.
Yeah, classic example. Yeah.
Of course. Everyone knows about Dankenstein.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting thing. Like, so much stuff comes out of that. First up, how does that work during a live show?
It's basically, I'll start or he'll start, and then I fumble over drumsticks and lots of cups of water and try to get behind the kit.
It's usually this really awkward intermission but halfway through the set where we try and subtly change over, and it doesn't really
We'd
work
like
out.
to say it's really smooth, but until we got some sampling music playing behind it, it's a little... But anyways, we play half the set on each instrument, I guess.
It's usually whoever writes a song ends up on guitar and singing, and then the other one we jam it out in the studio, and then it just happens live. But sometimes we swap it around to play each other's songs and stuff. But
that's interesting. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of fascinating because you just have just ingrained, I think, in all of us is an image of a band. Someone does something, they're great at that, and that's why they do it.
I know.
So why do you guys switch between it? What function for you guys does that serve?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is. Wow, I didn't bring notes for that. I guess we just like playing both instruments. So sometimes, for instance, we'll get to the jam room and I'll be really shitty on guitar, and I'll be I'm in the grumpiest mood, right?
Having a bad day.
Yeah, having a bad day, and he's like, let's swap. And then on drums, I'm like, yeah! So, I don't know, sometimes you feel like playing a different instrument better, and that's how it kind of works.
We're into a lot of different kind of music and stuff, and as musicians, we kind of have a lot we want to do, and, I don't know, perform.
I don't know, we just enjoy it.
I can't stick with one instrument. I get bored.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. In writing, how does that come through? The fact that you both are adept at both instruments, plus vocals, obviously, and will play both instruments at various different stages. Yeah,
it's it's just I guess we try to both do it 50-50. I'll write a riff, and then Dan will come in with a sick drum beat, and then I don't know, I'll do some vocals, he'll do some vocals, or the other way around, or he'll write on guitar. It's always, there's no real way we write.
Sometimes we have a song we've written at home in the bedroom, and then just bring it in.
Yeah, add vocals onto it later.
Usually gets a lot louder and angrier, and then... I don't know, yeah.
That's right. We have a habit of taking one song and changing it 6 times. And then we're I don't even know what we like anymore.
We should stop doing that.
Okay, I agree.
All right, cool. Now that we've sort of explored that, which I find that endlessly fascinating. Let's sort of go back to the beginning. How did you guys become a band, and why are you guys just a two-piece?
Yeah, so in 1962 we met, and I don't know, I guess
I was walking my cows down the dusty road and saw this lady.
Yeah. No, we met actually at music business TAFE. I guess that's what we studied. And I don't know, he was just this long-haired dude, and we jammed together a few times, and then...
Yeah, we snuck into like the jazz performance students' rooms and made a lot of racket.
Made an angry noise,
I
yeah.
didn't really like it.
Kind of liked it, and then we kept going, didn't take it seriously, and then we were like, hey, we don't sound too bad now. Do you want to like be a band? And yeah, and I forgot your other question. You forgot.
No, I think that kind of answers
Yeah.
you sort of felt that you didn't really need anything else.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're kind of a two-piece because it's like, I don't know, don't fix it if it ain't broke kind of deal. And,
True.
We're pretty, we're power trippers.
Yeah.
We it cause some issues, let's just say.
We like, I guess, like taking control of writing our own stuff, and once you find someone that you can really connect with on that level musically, you kind of don't, I don't know, you don't want to maybe put other factors into it, and yeah.
It's a hard thing to find, something that works with another musician, like writing together or playing together, and if it's working now, we don't want to throw another factor in. Like,
Yeah.
it might get weird.
Who knows, we may become a 12-piece.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
That's our next album.
You all it's like musical chairs.
Yeah.
All switch it up.
Yeah, we're all expendable.
Being a two-piece, does that ever, have you ever found that presenting any limitations to you guys?
Sometimes it limits, I guess, moving around a lot on stage and all that, because you're like, I want to do some like jumps and like crazy stuff, but you can't really, because I'm like pedal jumping so much, like, because we split our...
Yeah, we have a whole pedal board thing, so it's
What about you, Dan?
it's basically just a lot of work. So,
Yeah.
the limitations, no, we're pretty good. Like, we've got everything
the
set up
only-
how we want to, so like, we're pretty happy with it. We might get a loop pedal soon, and then just...
Yeah, you can, with technology now, you can
Yeah.
kind of do whatever you want, really. Like, even like, I don't know, single band people do way more than we do, so yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
No, it's really, really good. So yeah, I'll come back and ask you some questions. Get to the main sort of important thing, your residency. But before that, we're going to play one of your tracks. You sent me through Van Gogh.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the track before we get to it.
Daniel?
I wrote that song a couple of years ago, and I was working in a really monotonous kind of job, and lyrics.
He was getting so angry that he didn't want to cut his ear off, but like I guess it's
You
just
gotta-
imagery.
You got to give people
I know.
context before you throw
sorry.
that in there. You know,
Yeah,
it's a bit
I
weird.
just had a crap time, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Track you. But the main thing we're here to talk about is you guys are doing residency every Friday from June 1st to June 22nd at Bar 303.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, that's interesting because, like, that, I don't know if I've heard of that, maybe I'm just ignorant, but I haven't heard of a band kind of like doing a residency where it's not like they're doing a tour and maybe they're doing 2 shows for whatever reason, they're popular. No, you guys are there to do a bunch of shows.
Yeah, we're making ourselves at home. Definitely.
We just thought, like, I don't know, we're always at the Northcote Social and we love, I don't know, hanging out there, and Bar 303 was this, like, is kind of, I don't know, I reckon it's getting some good coolness to it.
It's a sick little grungy venue, and I
yeah.
think they just put a new PA in, and I went and saw a gig there not long ago, and it sounded great. So I was like, I just want to put a bunch of really cool bands in.
And I believe we might be christening it of its residency, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's had a residency before.
Maybe
so
on Friday nights.
could be wrong.
I don't know.
Could
Maybe.
be wrong. But so it should be fun. I don't know. We just wanted to, and it's really close to our house, so we just wanted to. That's the real truth.
That's the real reason.
Yep.
Because we can't be going Southside every show.
And that's really cool. Now, what are some of the bands you're playing with on those Fridays?
So this week we have the Dead Lips, which is this cool psychedelic blues rock
Real cool.
band who we've played with before, and we got Pistol Peaches, which is like this cool punky garage band that's playing as well.
Girls,
So,
yeah.
yeah, lots of girls on the lineup, which is good.
And then
as well.
next week,
And we got Plovers, which is this sick band that
they were awesome.
We saw at like
when we
Grace
saw them.
Starling basement not long ago, and they're like,
We were like scouting, like with our little, like, I don't know, hoods, like in the back of them. We were like, wow, they're cool. Play our residency, even though it's not that.
just so angry. I love it.
Yeah.
And then Radhead, our good mates, who are like a 2-piece from like the country, and they're just great, like grunge, punk stuff. So they're sick, and that's the second week. And then
You've got good memory, Dan.
I've also got a poster on my phone. I'm ready for. And we got our good friends Grasshole, who they're playing the third show with us.
They're
who
sick.
are just write
Great
the coolest
music.
songs. And the One Times, which is another really cool band. And then the last show we got Long Holiday and Lethal Sound Division. So we're just throwing all these crazy names onto a poster and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, with doing a show, so like, you take your show in isolation, you're doing a Friday night at the same venue, you know, approximately the same time. Like, when you go in there, you go, all right, we want all the shows to look alike. They all want to be like, we go in there, we just do our thing. Do you approach any of them differently? How does that all work?
We haven't really thought about that. Maybe we should do like one Mexican night, one like...
We should have thought about this. That
We
would've been a
didn't
great
really
idea.
think about. We were just gonna rock
Could've
up,
made
I guess.
nachos.
I know. We're just gonna rock up and play, and I don't know. Like you can't really expect what it's gonna be like. So maybe the first night's a bit rusty, or maybe the first night's the best show, or I don't know. So you have to come to all of them to figure.
Have we even done a residency before?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we'll have
Was
this
that our
conversation.
Was that our friend's residency that just was a disaster?
I'm not sure,
That we
but
provided
it's going to
all the
be
gear
good this
for?
time. So, yeah.
It should be
Awesome.
good. That's the answer to the question. It was
Yeah.
good.
Awesome. Now, I've sort of come up with this like weird theoretical question that I ask bands who I'm talking to about their live shows. But like, when you're on stage, what is it that you're trying to do?
Just have fun, really.
Yeah, I think have fun. And
It sounds so cliched, but like,
but also like I don't know. Like I feel like I get into a character when I'm on stage that I just have to run with. I don't know, like a force of like whether it's like anger or like I don't know, cheekiness or like I don't know. I guess that's fun though, right?
yeah,
Just having fun.
yeah. I just like hitting stuff real loud and screaming a lot and
Caveman.
nearly pass out. Makes me feel good
Mm.
after a big day at work.
We just want to get energy across to the room.
Yeah.
I guess that's the real
For lack of a
answer.
better word, yeah.
That's really cool. Well, let's dive real back now. How did you guys first get involved in music? You mentioned the TAFE. Was that sort of what happened before that? How did you like go? I actually want to, rather than just being a passive participant, listening to it. I actually want to do some of that stuff.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, well, I'm like a metalhead at heart, like still am, but like when I was like,
I saw a picture of you with a Venom T-shirt. And it struck me.
He had
Yeah.
long ass hair.
I
And
used to,
he
I used to
cut it
have really
all
long
off.
hair, and like down to my
He
stomach.
still
and-
keeps it in a Ziploc bag under his bed.
Yeah, never forget.
Joke.
Yeah, I basically when I was at school in like year 10, I was already listening to like Led Zeppelin and rock bands and stuff that my dad got me into, which was sick. And my mate like just gave me his iPod and put on Angel of Death, as they do, and then that kind of changed everything. And then a bit of Megadeth, and then started playing guitar like flat out ever since, and haven't looked back.
Cool.
So yeah, I don't know, something about it. It's always like the punk and metal stuff that like really got me into music, wanting to like play it. Well, the energy's pretty mad, so
I guess for me, my sister was like an awesome musician, and like I looked up to her because she's my older sister. She plays in like a awesome band called Valentine. But yeah, like I just like hear her playing, like blasting like Ricochet and L7 and like Nirvana and all that stuff, like through the shower, and I'd be like, oh my god, I love it. So then I guess like learnt guitar, but I'd play it like really not the way you're supposed to play it, like lying down flat. But my mum was like, oh, just let her do it, whatever. But then I don't know, I just got some like pots and pans, and I just was bashing them, and I like sticky taped a ruler to like a pot because I wanted to make it into a kick pedal. So I was really like trying to like, I don't know, I really wanted to play music. And then my mum was like, that's it, we're getting her a drum kit. So I guess I just took drums since then, and yeah, high school and stuff.
the MacGyver approach.
But yeah.
Oh no, that's cool. Do you guys have any sort of favourite albums, bands? I know it's kind of a really hard question on the
Oh
spot.
man,
That's very... You know what? We've been... I know, like, we play a lot of angry, punky music, but we've been listening to so much Beatles.
I'm Yeah,
So
obsessed
that's
at the
all we
moment.
can. I mean, like we've probably got way more heavier favorite albums, but at the moment, just their poppy hooks are just crazy.
Yeah, the old school stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's all old school
That's
now, I guess.
doing it for us at the moment.
Yeah, or like Dillinger Escape Plan or something like that, or Mastodon.
Yeah.
The heavy ones,
Yeah.
which is more relevant to this show probably. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere from Beatles to Zeppelin to Dillinger to
Bloody.
there's a band in the UK we played with called Slaves, who are like really cool, like
Yeah,
two-piece
they're
punk band, which
Really cool.
everybody should check out. They're great.
Mm.
They definitely inspired us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I think your last EP was released in 2016. Do you have any plans for some future material?
Yeah, we're currently recording a whole bunch of new material. We've got like over an album's worth of stuff.
Yeah, we've got like 4 kind of recorded tracks, I guess. So we're going to release one soon, but we can't say any dates yet
because we don't know any
we don't know any dates, and we'll get in trouble from ourselves.
Yeah, but we've been lucky to be recording with a producer called Mark Opitz, who's done like a lot of Australia's great rock and roll stuff, like the Angels and Divinals and
Ace,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's been pretty cool. So we're just in the middle of that at the moment. And
Yeah, he's been awesome to work with. Like, yeah.
yeah, it's been an experience. It's cool.
Yeah. So they should be a bit different from the tracks you're hearing, but still, like, I don't know, maybe more defined in what we are, I guess.
Or not.
Or not.
We don't even know.
Last question from me. Mannequin Death Squad. Where does that name come from?
Dan, well, we were at a gig, and there was these, like, I think it was I don't know what gig it was. There was these mannequin hands on stage. And
All that
Dan
hang-
had been
yeah.
bugging me with, like, all week with, like, these names, and they were, like, so shit. I was like, no, we're not doing that, no.
No,
and
we will not be called Frog. No.
Yeah, what the hell? Seriously.
Screaming
Because when you
creatures
type
all over.
frog in Google, it's just going to come up with
Yeah,
frogs,
you
right?
got to get on top
Yeah.
of the SEO.
You
No,
got to
we'll-
make it specific and unique.
We're going to make it. We're going to get above the animal. Like,
Okay.
okay, fine.
Anyway, so...
Never happened. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I don't
I'm
know,
over it.
Dan just turned around and went Mannequin Death or something, and I was like, Mannequin Death Squad, that squad, and we kind of just went, oh my god, that's it.
And yeah.
And it was so weird. It took me a little bit to go, yeah, but yeah, it's just weird. We like weird.
It's zazzy.
Yeah.
It's got zazz.
And yeah, it kind of is starting to make sense as we go along.
Yeah. We're trying to come up with all these like profound meanings for it, and we always like plan on saying them in the interviews, and then we just
We
like,
never do.
We never do.
Shit, we'll do it next time.
Next time, yeah. Tune in next time. Find out the real meaning.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's about all I've got. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we let you go?
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Stay warm.
Stay warm, stay tuned, and yeah,
Be kind to each other.
that's right. Yes, please be kind to each other.
Cool. Dan, L, Mannequin Death Squad, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks for listening to the Moshpit Backstage podcast. You can subscribe to us on iTunes and Omni. To find out more about the show, go to www.syn.org.au/moshpit. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/moshpitonsyn and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at moshpitsyn. The regular Moshpit radio show broadcasts punk, rock and metal tunes and interviews every Thursday nights on Syn 9.7 on FM and digital radios. Listeners outside of Melbourne, Australia can stream Syn 9.7 online at www.syn.org.au. Thanks to Vintage Ruin for the music.
Hi, this is Tommaso from Flash Gun Apocalypse.
Hi, I'm Enid from Girls School.
I am Phoebe Pinnock from Heavenly Axe.
Hey, this is Gary Oldmead of the Misfits.
Hey, this is Kat Sproul from Horizon's Edge, and you're listening to the Moshpit on Syn FM.
Hi, this is Einar from Leopard.
Hi, I'm Virginia Lilly from the band Lily.
This is Raul from 1349.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ali from Zebrahead.
Hey, everybody, this is Charlie Benante with Anthrax, and you are listening to the Moshpit on Syn.